What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Thewunk coming at you with some more Battlefield 2042 gameplay. Today we're going to talk about my favorite tank loadout, share with you some tips and some tricks to get you better on that battlefield. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so diving right into it, we're going to be talking about the M1A5 and the T28. Both of these tanks are pretty much identical, especially the loadout that we're going to be talking about. So one quick thing to note, depending on your squad will depend on your playstyle within these tanks. If I'm alone, I normally keep my distance and engage to a medium to long distance attacks. If I have an engineer in my tank and that player is willing to consistently repair me, you can really do some solid damage from any range with these tanks. Like, I mean, you know, you can get to close quarters, you can be like in the far back, but like, you know, if you have an engineer with you, use it, utilize it, push the battlefield to, you know, progress through or defend off a certain area. Also, learning to maneuver quickly in close quarters is probably the most challenging thing to do with this vehicle. So I highly recommend just practicing a ton and trying to, you know, figure out your spatial awareness. Also, switching between weapons quickly is incredibly useful fighting on the battlefield, especially when you find yourself surrounded by players. You can just really put out a lot of quick damage whenever you switch your weapons consistently. Alright, so starting right off the bat, we're looking at the T28 right now under the driver option. So my primary weapon is the multi-purpose anti-tank projectile. This thing is amazing towards tanks, choppers, jeeps, infantry, has a medium reload speed, so you know you can really rotate your rocket and your machine gun, so you always just have that consistent firepower once you're engaged in the combat. Down below, the secondary weapon that you would like to choose is the heavy machine gun. Light machine gun is just not as much, it just doesn't give that much damage. So once you're more accurate, you can switch to the heavy machine gun. This thing is just amazing. Long distance, medium to short range is incredible. So you want the heavy machine gun. Down below in equipment slot 1, we're looking at smoke charger, smoke launcher, and thermal smoke package. So you want the thermal smoke package because there's a lot of heat-seeking missiles that are coming at you in the tank from afar, and this just eliminates that. You pop the smoke and you are invisible to anything heat-seeking. Down below we have equipment slot 2. So both of these are great. It just depends on your situation in your squad. So if I have an engineer with me, a couple engineers with me, I want the active protection system. This thing is great. Basically, again, it keeps heat-seeking and anything that is locked onto you from hitting the actual tank. So it puts up like a barrier, like a shield. But if I don't have any engineers with me and I'm flying solo, I use the repair system. I use the repair system a lot in this game. It is really important. You can really just like get your health up quickly when you're in a close quarter combat situation. So if I'm playing alone, I use the repair system. If I know someone is going to be healing me consistently, I use the active protection system. Alright, so up here on weapon station, so this is your secondary player within the tank who's fighting off infantry with you. So what weapon do you want them to have? The heavy machine gun, again, is just amazing. Really helps with just those close quarter combat. You want someone who is just really accurate with this weapon. It shoots kind of slow, but it does a ton of damage. The minigun just doesn't do enough damage, but it shoots really quickly, so it's a pretty nice distraction, but you rarely see people play with the miniguns on the tanks here. Alright, now going over to weapon pod. So there's a lot of options here, but you basically just want to fight your way down to the mortar. The mortar is just incredible, devastating against all ground targets, low rate of fire. It is just super fun and very satisfying to get kills off of. But again, this is just excellent whenever you're trying to shoot over walls or, you know, trying to get over a mound. It really is just excellent and just fun. It's just a good time. All right, so going over to commander seat. So whoever's in the commander seat can basically spot out enemies on the mini map and your current surroundings. It really is beneficial that the person who is inside this seat here is actually your main engineer as well. This person can spot out vehicles and then jump out and heal the tank when needed. So I like to have my main engineer in this seat here, depending on my squad. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know down below in the comments section what you think of the tanks in Battlefield 2042. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you think they need nerfed? Do you think they need more power? All that sort of fun jazz. If you want to stick around, hit that like button and subscribe button. Support the channel. It's a pretty new channel, so any sort of support would be awesome. So this is Thewunk signing out. I'll see you guys later.